changed my mind after I go eat lunch with one of the girls from our group, actually. I wanted to mention in my last video, hell yes, I said something about I need help. I need help. Like, I want to build something awesome with dancers and I need help. One of the things that I also said was that I didn't like answering my phone. I have never been a phone person. I fucking hate talking on the phone. Let me just tell you that right now. Unless it's with my parents, I fucking hate talking, or my brother, even my sister, you know, I love my fucking sister to pieces, but we do better through texting, I'll just put it that way. Anyway, when I brought that up, I was thinking, you know, I wish I had someone to answer my phone for me. I wish I had someone that, you know, knew everything I was thinking so they could, you know, because I want to help. I want to help everybody. And when I get phone calls and when I get messages and stuff, like, I want to answer everything and I want to help everybody. But you girls don't understand, it's hard for me to do. Like, it really is. It's draining for me, okay? I am an introvert and I, you know, have a bunch of shit going on in my head all the time. And in particular, when it comes to, and listen, I do not want you to not reach out to me because I'm saying this, okay? This is not the point of this. I just want you to know, like, if there's ever a time, especially in particular, if you've written me a long message and I haven't responded, 100% the odds are that I read your message and I was like, I need some time to think about this because I don't want to just give you a not well thought out answer. I want to give you a fucking answer. But it's going to take me some time to think about it. And then sometimes shit piles up, messages get, you know, lost, and then sometimes I know I don't respond and I feel so bad about that. If you are in the Strategic Stripping secret group on Facebook, I wrote kind of a little bit of an intro about that, being like, you know, it's difficult for me to respond to everything. So I apologize. I sincerely apologize if you sent me a message and I have not gotten back to it. Guarantee I read your message and I was like, well, maybe not everybody. Sometimes I don't get to it at all because I'm fucking busy. I got shit to do. So, but regardless, whatever, I apologize. Okay, so when it comes to needing help, I need help. I want to build a strip club, okay? So I have 3 major moonshot goals, and I'll just go ahead and say them right now. One of them is to have nails that constantly actually look good. No kidding. Okay, my 3 goals, and the strip club is it's honestly my last one, but it's my first one because I think that that's the one that I need to support the other 2, which are really, really what I would love to. I'd love to do all of them. Okay, I want to do all of them. 3 moonshot goals. Nuts. Yeah, okay, 3 moonshot goals. One is to start a strip club that is the best strip club in the entire world. If it was a strip club, I'm gonna just straight up say, I want to be the owner, I want to be the shot caller, because I'm very particular about basically everything. And I would be very specific about what I would allow and what I wouldn't allow. I'm not a fucking dictator. Maybe. I don't really know that for sure yet. That I wouldn't be, but I wouldn't be. I want a strip club that is the best club in the entire world because I want to attract all of the best girls in the world. And I want it to be extremely or completely, not completely, but very, very, very much educationally based. So when you go to this club, you're going to learn sales, you're going to learn psychology, you're going to learn people, you're going to learn men, pole dancing, everything. Like everything that comes with working in a strip club and how to build a business. So you're not just getting into stripping just to, you know, start making money. You're getting into stripping to change your life. A lot of us in this community have talked about changing the stigma, changing the taboo around being a stripper or sex worker. I don't know if we're considered the same thing. I think a lot of strippers consider us the same thing. I don't personally. I'm an entertainer. I feel like I'm an entertainer. I would not call myself a sex worker, but I don't know. Maybe it's the same thing. Who knows? All right, so that's a major moonshackle. I've got so many ideas for this, and I want it to be in Las Vegas. I want it to be here. Because the city never sleeps. I want it to be a 24/7 strip club that can house girls. If you're in a bad situation, living in an abusive relationship with abusive family, whatever. You live in a super boring city, you hate your life, whatever your reason is. I don't care, whatever your reason is. If you want out, I want to be able to help you get out. And when you get somewhere new, I want to make sure you're taken care of. So your food, your education, learning how to build a business, everything. I want to change the stigma around stripping or sex work, whatever you want to call it, to the point that it's like, oh, you're a stripper, so you're going somewhere. Like, you're gonna build a big ass business. You're gonna do something with all the money that you're making, because you can make a ton of money and you might as well do something with it, right? Instead of blowing it on bullshit, you might as well do something with it. Okay, there's a ton of details in there. I visualized this a lot. I visualized this one a lot. Okay, so next is I want to build a healing center that actually heals people, not a hospital. I don't know if you've ever been to a hospital before. That is terrifying. I was in a car wreck 5 years ago, something like that. I don't recall it happening, but I just remember being at one place and then the next second I'm waking up in a hospital room, like literally being put into the hospital bed. It was crazy, and it was one of the worst experiences of my entire life. I was terrified. And that was in San Diego, supposedly one of the nicest cities in the country. So that really got me thinking, if the hospital in San Diego is like this, what are the other hospitals like? So I went to Costa Rica and my brother bought me the book, The Science of Getting Rich. It's a very small book that absolutely everyone should read and maybe memorize. It's a fantastic book that talks about what you think about and how you visualize creates your reality. It creates your reality. Literally, the last 2 or 3 days, I've literally been saying I'm in the champagne room all the time. And then I go to work, I'm there for 2 hours, I'm in the champagne room basically the entire time. That was the only person I made money off of. I didn't walk out of there with under $100 bill. I made $600 and then I went and made even more money. What you visualize and feel, what you visualize, according to Joe Dispenza, who is everybody in the world should know about, what you visualize, you put out into the world. You put your energy out there into the world. You create the reality that you want by thinking about it. And then the way that you feel about it attracts it. So thinking puts it out there, feeling it attracts it to you. Which for me was difficult for a while because I wasn't a very emotional person. I've changed a lot. I cry all the time now when I hear sweet things and whatever. I get teary-eyed and choked up and stuff. It's ridiculous. I don't even like it, but it happens all the time to me now. But before, I was not an emotional person. So visualizing having Invisalign, it was like, okay, well, I'm gonna be happy when I get it, but I'm not gonna be jumping up and down. I'm not gonna be cheering. I'm not gonna be that fucking excited. I'm gonna be excited, but I'm not gonna be that excited. Oh, my phone overheat again. Anyway, visualizing and attracting. Okay, so I wanna create a healing center, and oddly enough, right after I had this crazy visualization, it was very detailed. It was this massive building that looked like a house. So imagine like Jack and the Beanstalk. Like imagine being Jack and, you know, looking at a giant's home. And that's what the hospital looked like. It looked like this gigantic house, like just a one-story house, just, you know, had the walls, you know, whatever. It just looked like a one-story house. And it was the most amazing building in the world, where we had jets that were solar powered, so we could literally find people from all over the world that were sick, that had no money to get sad again, that we could just go pick up for free, and we could bring them back to this place, and we could heal them. This one clearly means a lot to me. So I want that for sure. And I've got, okay, so leaving, where was I? Costa Rica. I had met somebody on What's Your Price that I did a $200 date with, and he was so nice. Just a very, very, very Southern gentleman, such a sweetheart. And he messaged me randomly, like a couple weeks after we had met, and he was like, hey, I'm going to Mexico. Do you want to go? He was like, I'll give you $1,000. It'll be 4 days, or might have been 5. He was like, you know, obviously I'll be a gentleman, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, God, I don't know about that. Like, it's a while to spend some time with somebody, but he was such a sweet person. And $1,000 sounded good, and especially because I wasn't working at the time. I was just doing What's Your Price dates. So I said yes. And then I changed my mind, because I was like, this guy, after a couple days, he's going to be like expecting me to sleep with them and stuff. So I messaged him and told him, like, I don't think this is a good idea, because I think that you're going to end up expecting more than what I'm willing to do. And he was like, listen, he was like, if you even kind of get uncomfortable, I'll get you your own room. And I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll go. So I went and had a great time. It was fine. And then it was a nice trip. And when I was in Costa Rica, I get another message from him. And I had booked a one-way. Well, a friend of mine booked my flight out there, and he booked it as a two-way trip, actually. Oh, I walked way past my exit. And he booked it as a two-way trip. When I got down there, I was like, why would I leave? I was like, I want to be here. Why would I leave Costa Rica? So I ended up staying. Well, anyway, while I was there, I finally was ready to go. After like 3 months, I was like, I gotta get out of here. I was like, there's no Wi-Fi. I broke my phone. Like, I can't get on the internet. It was driving me crazy. So I decided to leave, and I get a message from this guy, and he's like, do you want to go to Mexico again? And I was like, yeah. I was like, sure. Could you book me a flight from Costa Rica to Mexico, and then from Mexico to where I'm going? That was my free flight home. I got out of Costa Rica for free. I got there and got out of Costa Rica for free. So he said yes. So I went to meet him in Costa Rica. I had just had this vision, and I hadn't told anybody about it. And he randomly is like, have you heard of the show Pure Genius? And I was like, no. And he said, there's a show that you need to watch. And he goes, it's called Pure Genius. He goes, I think that you would love it. I was like, okay. So I go home, and literally this show is about this Silicon Valley tech billionaire that created a hospital to heal people, and with crazy technology. Oh my God, the show is amazing. And if they couldn't heal, like if their insurance didn't pay for it, they would pay for it. Like, it was literally exactly what I've been thinking about. Exactly what I've been thinking about. Hopefully my phone doesn't overheat. So what a confirmation, right? To me, that was stupid. To me, that was stupid big. So the last thing that I desperately want, and I'm gonna cry again, is I want to make an orphanage that is the most loving and caring and educational orphanage in the world. I've heard some horror stories from people that grew up in the system when it comes to being in an orphanage, and the people that run those places have no right to be around kids. no rights of your own children. And those are the most impressionable years of their entire lives. And it's gonna set them up for the rest of their lives. So, I want to make an orphanage that actually cares about kids and takes care of them in an appropriate way. And I think that all of this is going to happen through entertainment. I think I could make all this happen. I think we could make it happen if you would want to join me through entertainment. Because people pay some fucking money for entertainment. People pay some money to be distracted and... Jesus, I've missed both of my... Oh my god, how fucking far away from this place am I? Okay. I need to go because a friend of mine is waiting on me and I'm super distracted talking about this stuff, but... Those are my moonshot goals. I'm glad I made this video. Damn, it's a long video. Yeah, those are my moonshot goals. If you have any desire to help me with any of this stuff, please reach out to me because there's only so many things I'm good at. Planning is not one of them. Coming up with strategies, like how to, I don't know, I'm okay. I need fucking help. I just need help. If you have any idea how to help me accomplish any of these things and you want to be involved, get in touch with me. Okay, that's it. I love you girls so much. I love you girls so much. Let's build something massive. I'll talk to you later.